The Guardians, by the way, let me promote that the great Tom Hamilton, who is being inducted into the Hall of Fame this summer, I spoke with him, and we just posted the podcast of me talking with Tom Hamilton. We talked for 32 minutes, and he talked with me for close to a half hour off the air, which was fascinating for me. I mean, unfortunately, the rest of you don't get to hear what he told me off the air. But he was so generous with his time, and it's a great interview. We talk about CC Sabathia, the upcoming season, and a whole lot more. So please check it out on YouTube. I'll tweet out the link later. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Check it out because Tom Hamilton is always worth listening to. But yesterday, the Guardians made a pretty major announcement. For just $99.99, you can stream all regular season Guardians games this year at clevelandguardians.tv. It is part of the MLB network, eliminating local blackouts. So now, for directly from the Guardians to your couch for $99.99 a year, you can get all the Guardians regular season games. They also announced their talent lineup. Matt Underwood is leading the play-by-play, joined by Rick Manning and Andre Knott. Al, Kaylee, Cody, Ben Broussard, Chris Jimenez, Nick Goody, Jimenez, Chris Goody, Austin Jackson, Jason Kipnis will be some of their pre- and post-game analysts. But they did announce that pre-game shows will be for home games only in 2025. Social News Desk is acting a fool right now. That's why this looks so ridiculous on screen.
Not Goody.
Goody. I'm unfamiliar.
It's like a Nike commercial.
My apologies. But, Bull, is this a win for local baseball fans, being able to get all the Guardians games for $9.99, even if they don't always get pre-game shows for road games?
This is a huge win. Yes, absolutely. And this is a win for the Guardians, too, because people that want to watch their games can actually watch them. There's a lot of people that did not. If you had YouTube TV, you couldn't watch the Guardians. Yep. In fact, I had YouTube TV a couple of years ago, and then when baseball season started, I canceled it and picked up Fubo.
Same.
But people don't. There's a lot of people that don't want to pay whatever I pay for Fubo, $75, $80 a month. So a lot of people can't afford to pay that every month. This is a one-time. You get to watch. I think technically it's not every game. I think there'll be a handful like ESPN,
Apple TV.
But yeah, Apple TV. But it's probably the Guardians aren't on national TV all that often.
85%.
Probably higher than that.
90%?
Probably like 155 of the 162 games that you can watch for $99. That's like $1.50 a game.
Dude, this is I think it's the best thing.
And no blackouts.
Going because of the no blackouts. To be able to at all times have this device in your pocket.
Yeah.
And be out at a dinner or somewhere and be able to pop the game on. It's incredible. It should have been like this for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's taken so long.
Took baseball too long.
But whatever. I mean, I hope that we can get to this place with the other sports. Why can't we, just because I'm in the market, I should be able to watch it on my phone.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, and by the way, I am like you and have YouTube TV.
Yeah.
And the Guardians aren't on it.
Right.
I have Spectrum at home.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the road, I'm just out and about in town or whatever, I can't watch it. I think I could have got the Bally thing or whatever and typed in my Spectrum. It's a pain in the ass.
Their app was terrible.
It's a terrible app.
Bally, yeah.
The MLB app is the best app of all the sports.
Great. Yep.
And I'm a big, I'm into a lot of sport. I spend, hundreds of dollars on tennis apps to watch tennis matches. So this is, to me, a no-brainer. I also pay for the MLB extra innings package as well.
Right.
So,
which is funny because you don't watch a ton of baseball.
But the games I want to watch, I want to be able to watch them.
Right,
so,
that's right.
It's my job to watch these games and talk about it, so I want to be able to have access to it.
What do you think, Jason?
It's important because I'm with you guys. I had YouTube. I loved YouTube TV.
I think it's the best.
It was great. And I had to freaking
awesome.
cancel it and go to DirecTV for the Cavs and Guardians because the Bally's app was so horrendous. You could never get it to work. But if you do have DirecTV, you're still going to have you don't have to have DirecTV and then sign up for this.
Right. No.
So but I think there's been some confusion out there. Wait a minute. So now I still no.
Yeah, people might think this is the only way.
Right.
It's not the only way. It's just another option.
And I think that probably they'll announce. I don't think they know yet, or if they do, they haven't announced it. What channel the games are going to be on for people like us who have DirecTV or Fubo. They have to come up with a channel.
Do they not have a deal with like FanDuel or with Bally's? Or is Bally's gone? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been such a mess, and it's been in bankruptcy court.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the channel still exists, but there's no deal. the Guardians are one of those teams that are like linked with the MLB.
Right.
It's this sort of wonky.
Who's cutting the checks for the talent? I mean, I'm just curious, like who owns the rights?
I think it's a partnership right now between the Guardians and MLB.
But I like Dustin. I pay for the MLB extra innings every year.
So do I.
Because obviously I want to watch the Cubs too.
Yeah, so do I.
But
if you pay for extra innings, do they give you your local team too?
No,
it's blacked out.
They haven't.
100?
But that's what I don't have the answer to that. That's what I'm wondering. If you pay for MLB, if you have the package, it says no blackouts. Do you now get Guardians as part of the package?
I would assume so.
So you could either pay $100 and get the Guardians, or what is it, like $150?
No, I think it's $250.
Is it $250?
Yeah,
I thought it was $150.
I thought it was $175.
Oh well, I don't know. I guess
I'll look it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just get the whole thing.
I think most fans here just want to watch the Guardians.
Exactly.
So there's no need to pay the extra money.
So many fans have been shut out.
Yeah.
Over the however many years that this has been going on. Baseball butchers a lot of things, and this is one of them.
Oh my God.
It's been a disaster. The local TV contracts, frankly, is part of what's ruined the game, as far as I'm concerned.
These teams.
Well, ruined is a little strong. Hurt the game, I would say.
I mean, Yankees.
Baseball's still making a lot of money.
Take it easy, Mr. Gatekeeper. You know it's hurt the game that these teams are making, like the Yankees.
Fact that,
yes network deal was astronomical.
Yes. What the Yankees and Dodgers can spend in large part because of their TV contracts compared to it's asinine. It's what makes the NBA great. It's what allows the NBA to have franchises in Oklahoma City and Memphis, by the way, that are teeny tiny markets, but the TV money is divided equally, and it's so massive that it allows you to have teams in some of these smaller markets. And baseball just has never been able to come around on that. Hopefully this is a couple-year process that's kind of messy and wonky and clumsy, and they will get to a point where MLB controls, I don't know if you're ever going to get the Yankees and the Dodgers away, but most of the teams, and they come up with some sort of platform to make this a little bit more uniform. But this is a transition period.
All these leagues should just own the rights themselves and put it out there. Like the capabilities there. This is obviously above my pay grade. I'm not a TV executive, but you would think that you'd want to own the rights instead of selling it to, like, I know the Sunday ticket thing is so valuable. It's such a valuable property, and DirecTV pays for it.
Well, not anymore. YouTube
TV now, but I mean, like it was forever.
Yeah,
that's why I had DirecTV.
Yeah, that's why most people had it.
Yeah.
And I don't have it anymore.
No, I don't either.
So I got YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still stuck with DirecTV. I got a contract for 2 more years because I had to sign
contract. Who signs contracts anymore?
I had a contract. I got locked in for 3 years. They came in. Normally I run people off, and they knocked on the door, and I was like, well, I got to get the Cavs and Guardians. So I was going to do this anyway. Come on in.
What I did last year was I had YouTube TV during football season and Fubo during baseball season. And, in September, I would have them both.
Yeah.
But this year, I actually did, for the first time in forever, I did not get Sunday ticket because the Bengals are almost always on in Cleveland. I think I missed 2 games the whole year. And if, in those cases, I could go to a bar if I need to or whatever. But anyway, but the bottom line on this, this is a great deal for fans. It's very reasonable price at $99.
Dude, you can't go to a game with a family for that price. One game.
Right.
Oh, no chance.
So it's a deal.
The parking now is up to $30 and $40 around the stadium.
And the Guardians are a better deal than almost every team in sports.
I mean, this opens the door for people who really are not into TV or like if you can sit at your house and have nothing. You don't have to have YouTube.
You don't just have this app.
You could just have the MLB app and you watch your team for $100
That's
for the whole season.
Yeah. And the MLB app works well. I mean, you use it, I use it. It's a great app.
It's the best app.
It's the only thing that baseball does well.
Dude,
their app.
I'm not even a baseball diehard. Clearly, far from it. But I paid the $3 just to get all the extra features because they're so good.
Yeah.
The in-game stuff, the live, the pitch-by-pitch, in-play runs.
Much better than
trust me.
Than
you degenerates know about the in-play runs.
Yeah, if you look at
getting some points,
like if you use the NFL app for their in-game box score, it stinks.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Throwing this out to you, I did not ask you guys to prepare for this, so if you're not ready, we can do it another day. But we mentioned the talent lineup they have, and I butchered all their names, and I do apologize for that. But if it was up to you guys, using local talent, so we're going to have some fun with this because we have a little bit of time. Create your ultimate Guardians pregame / postgame lineup with local talent. Well, you can put yourself on.
I would put myself on. I'd love to do it. Al Pawlowski does a nice job.
Yeah, and this is no disrespect to anyone who's doing it. I'm just saying, let's have some fun.
We'll just do the I mean, I think when we look at the list of people, Cody Allen's interesting. He was never much of a talker when he was.
Doesn't mean he's not going to be good at this.
He might be good. Chris Jimenez is very good.
He is.
He's done he's done some games in the past. He's become a semi-regular on MLB radio. I know there's probably not a million people that listen to MLB radio, but I'm one of the crazy people out there that listen to MLB radio. And they have a show in the afternoon called Loud Outs, which has a couple of former players. It's usually C.J. Nitkowski and our boy Ryan Spilborghs. But other guys fill in sometimes, and Chris Jimenez has been on. I've heard him a few times. He's really good. And a lot of times these players who were like fringe major leaguers, backup catchers, end up being good managers and broadcasters.
I don't know if I'm in the minority or not, but I think that our television crew is the best in baseball. Rick Manning, I think, is the best analyst in baseball. You hear him on national broadcasts, or at least have in the past, and he's so good. Andre is a pro's pro. And I'm a Matt fan. Like I know there are people out there that don't like Matt. I think it's unfair for Matt because he's in a role on TV, which people watch the game. But you've got Hamilton, who's been so good and is a legend. It's tough to be in those roles, at the same time, because Tom is so good, but it's a different way to consume it. So I don't know. I like our crew. I really wouldn't change much there. In terms of the post and pregame stuff, I think it's cool to have the rotating analysts. I mean, I'm a fan. I think Jensen's done a really nice job since he's been doing that. I'm curious to see the new faces. Jason Kipnis is interesting to me because I've heard him do some stuff. Yeah. He's got a fantastic personality, and I think he'll have a chance to be a really good analyst.
He's been pretty blunt in the past. I'll be curious to see
and that's important.
It is important.
Ben Broussard and Austin Jackson seem so out of left field. I don't know. They might be great. I don't know. But they just both seem.
I feel like Austin was doing stuff with the Tigers, but I might be making that up.
Well, he played there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
so I feel like I feel like I've seen him.
He was a big time prospect at one point.
Oh, big time. I feel like I've seen him on Tigers broadcasts.
Yeah.
But I could totally be making that up.
Yeah, I mean.
Bull, you put yourself as play-by-play.
Oh, I was talking about as like the studio. I thought we were just
fine, studio. You'd make yourself the host.
Well, listen. Of course, I think I'm the best play-by-play man in the world.
I'd have you be an analyst.
No,
why not?
Former player. You need a player.
Although Tom Verducci's an analyst, I don't think he's all that great. But
you need a player in that role.
Players just see Dustin, things. I appreciate that.
I don't think you have to be.
Players see things and feel things and pick up on things that we just don't.
I'd put you in that role with another former player and have a host. I think you guys would chop it up.
I appreciate that a lot, and I would. I would love to do it. I would love to be part of the broadcast.
How are you going to do that and be a Guardians beat writer for MLB? And
by the way,
and work at Barnes & Noble.
I'm done with that. After I said that yesterday, I got people sending me emails saying they'd like me to be a Guardians beat reporter. I mean, after Jason and I had a conversation, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
That was one of the craziest calls I've gotten.
I called Jason at halftime of the Cavs game.
I was sitting next to him, and he goes, why the F is Bull calling me right now? And he puts, he's never going to believe what Bull just asked me.
It was so weird.
ADHD.
I was like, I don't know. I wanted to. Listen. I was always a dream to work in baseball.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be a play-by-play guy. That's how my career started.
I can't imagine you sitting there transcribing quotes.
No. Like, I don't know what I was thinking with that. That was a temporary insanity. But I would love to do play-by-play, but the ship is basically sailed. I don't know. I'll tell you something. I called the Lake County Captains a few years ago when I was leaving the radio station, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever mentioned this story publicly. I called the Lake County Captains. I spoke to, I don't remember the name of the woman who's like the GM there. I can't think of her name. And I was telling her that I was interested in maybe doing some play-by-play. Now, it was probably, I guess it was a little arrogant of me to assume that she would know who I was.
You? Arrogant?
Hey, listen,
Hey, listen, you don't know who I am?
Was it unreasonable for me to think that the person running Lake County Captains would know who I was?
Yes.
Okay, so I was. It was
totally arrogant to assume that people know who you are.
No, but she works in sports. That's why. I don't think everybody knows who I am.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And I would think that they probably should know.
But
I could understand why you'd be like, that's weird. Like
I wasn't offended that she didn't.
A little bit you were.
No, I swear to you, I would tell you.
You sound still hurt to this day.
No.
You're getting red.
No.
You're getting sweaty.
I really wasn't
okay,
offended.
man.
I would trust me.
You want one of my blood pressure
Shares
pills?
more than I do. I would tell you if I were offended. It wasn't that I was offended. I was surprised. But whatever. That's my arrogance. Fine. But so probably when I called and said, "Hey, I'd like to do some play-by-play," she was like, "Well, who the hell's this guy? Why would I just let him do play-by-play?"
Right.
Anyway, nothing really. I don't know what happened. I can't even remember if I didn't. I don't remember.
I'm totally like just.
And I know they don't pay anything, but I was like interested in just doing it.
Well,
I haven't done it in so long.
I was thinking about the Lake Erie Crushers. Call the Crushers.
Yeah, they got a new owner, I think, too.
I mean, I have no idea if they even have any like on the internet or anything. I mean, their games aren't on the radio, but maybe they do a live
I don't want to take
stream.
anybody's job. I wasn't trying to take the Lake County Captains.
No, I know.
I wanted to do just a few games. I wanted to be like a fill-in guy.
Call the Crushers.
Yeah,
it's right down the street.
I don't know. Maybe I don't really even want to do it.
When's the last time you
sounded
did Guardians or not
play-by-play?
The arena team we did, right?
Yeah.
See, you're going through what I went through a few years ago when you stopped working 18,000 hours a week. And so you just start like making shit up of like, oh, I'm gonna do
idiots
that.
get a hobby.
I can do that. I can
My wife said I need a hobby. Sometimes I'm just bored.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I was
good.
I better not say it.
I mean, I certainly don't want to go back to doing a 5-hour radio show
Jason,
a day.
don't get yourself in trouble here.
But who's going to get themselves in trouble? Jason?
Jason was going to say something. I think I know what he was
I
going to
played
say.
tennis for 6 hours on Monday.
See?
6 on the court.
Wow.
I played most days like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was funny. I was listening to this comedian. I don't even remember who it was, and he was making this thing about how women have girls' trips, which women, guys don't have guys' trips like women have girls' trips.
What are you talking
generally?
Yeah, what are you talking
I've
about?
never even heard of girls' trips.
Do you not have friends?
Only heard of guys' trips.
Okay, you're like 20, so you're irrelevant. Oh, no offense. I'm talking about adults, Mike, that are married with kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I just went on a guy's ski trip 2 weeks ago.
Okay, fine, but I bet you that
guys
there's more
golf trips.
There's more married women that go on like girls' trips than guys.
Yeah, guys do golf trips, hunting, fishing, all that. But
okay, that wasn't even the point. But the point was,
no way. There's more women that do that. There's no way.
Okay, well,
I mean, I'm disagreeing with you, but I mean, I don't have facts to back it up, which you don't either.
I don't either. I thought it was obvious, but okay, maybe I'm wrong. But I was like, yeah, but like guys go out and play golf 6 hours every. Like Jonathan Peterlin, that guy plays golf every weekend.
Good for him.
6 hours.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You need a hobby, dude.
My point, but I don't want to play golf for 6 hours.
Well, do something you like.
Boring.
Do something you're not good at it. That's why it's boring. But do something you like, or get better at it, and then you'll enjoy it.
No, I don't want to get better at it.
Okay, then find something you enjoy, dude.
The problem is the things.
You sound miserable.
Go fishing.
No, I'm not miserable at all. The sports I like playing, I can't really play right now. I want to play basketball, but I'm in terrible shape.
Get your ass in shape, dude.
I'm trying, goddammit.
That's what I said. Fish. Go fish.
Fishing and name
That's
every
boring.
first base. No. Well, here's what you do.
Go hunting. Go sit in a tree somewhere.
Get a hobby.
Oh my God, I'm not.
Well, here's what you
Can
do.
you imagine Bull sitting in a tree?
You go fishing, and you name every first baseman that played on the NL Central team from 1973 to 2004.
Dude, I can't shoot an animal. I'm not saying I don't have a problem with people hunting, especially if they're doing it like to eat the animal they kill. I got zero problem with that. It's just not my thing. I'm not going to shoot an animal.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. My son actually asked me a hypothetical. He was like, he actually asked me if I would shoot a person in this certain scenario, believe it or not. This is my son asking me this question. He's like, would you shoot blah, 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 if you could get away with it? And I'm like, this is a crazy question. But we were discussing it, and I was like, I don't know that I could ever shoot a human. Even if I hated the person, and even if I could get away with it, I don't know that I could actually shoot a human being. You think you could shoot a human being?
I don't know. We were talking about hobbies. Now we're talking about killing people.
We'll save
hobby
that for
for
the
some-
Now we're
second
talking about
overtime.
first-degree murder.
Yeah.